Alright, so let's go over how to actually run a .sql file inside of our database. So the first thing we're going to do is open up a terminal and get connected to SQLPlus so we have a way to connect to our database. And I've shown you this tip in other videos, but if you haven't seen it, we're going to show it again. If you right click where you want to be. So in this example, what we want to do is we want to run this initdemo.sql file. So we want to run this file. So we're there. If you need to navigate to your own file, you can do it. Just open up the GUI and go through it. And then once you're here, you're going to right click inside this open area and go to actions and then say open a terminal here. And that's kind of a nice little shortcut because it'll take us right to our directory where we want to be. And so if I run the ls command, we can actually see our initdemo.sql file here ready for us. And that ls command is important because if you want to run something, you either have to know the full path to it or you have to have it in the same directory. So if you run ls and you see it, then you know that it's right there and ready and you'll be able to run it. So now we need to connect to SQLPlus. So we can type SQLPlus student/student, our username and password, and we're connected. Now, once we're connected, we can actually run this file against our database. So that's what we're going to do now. But before we do that, I kind of want to open it up and just give you a quick little example of what we're doing here. So we're actually creating a database that's going to track emails of people. It's going to track people and their emails. So I have just a couple quick ones in here. We got Kaladin, Stormblessed, Shalin Devar, Adalin colon and Dalinar colon. So we're going to see if this will make it here for us. So we're going to run that file. So we're going to type the @ symbol, and that's kind of our symbol to run a file. So we're going to type @ and then the name of the file. So initdemo.sql. And we went ahead and run it, and you can see that we got quite a few things. You can see it created a table, some sequences, and it creates some rows. Basically what we did is we created some tables and we added data to it. So now what I'm going to do is we ran a file. Now I'm going to show you what it looks like when we actually can run a command in here by itself. So I'm going to type select everything, or asterisk means everything, from person, because we have a person table. And here you can see we have some people in here. So we have our last name, first name. Now you'll notice that it's kind of a little out of whack as far as formatting goes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say set line size 150. Let's say 150. Let's try that. And then we're going to hit the up arrow to rerun our command. Okay, and that's looking a little bit better, but it's still just a little bit off. So I'm actually going to drop this down to 125 and see if that gets us anywhere. Ooh, that made it worse. So let's go up. Let's go to 200 and just see what we get. Okay, so it looks like that's about as good as we're going to get, but we can actually just make this window a little bit bigger and we will get better results. So there you can see our data inside of our person table. You can see all of our people, their last name, first name. And let's try the email table. And there we can see our one email. So that's how you get connected. That's how you run a file. And then this is also how you can run commands by themselves inside SQLPlus. And again, as a reminder, when you're all done and finished with SQLPlus, you can just type exit and it'll bring you back to a Linux prompt, or you can just close the window.